Family and friends, before Robbie and Joe make their way down the aisle, I'd like to go over some housekeeping rules. Firstly, can we please ensure that your mobile phones are either turned off or put on silent? Robbie and Joe are happy for you to take photos, but have asked that you allow their professional photographer to capture their photos first, and that if you do take photos, can you please refrain from placing them on social media until they announce their marriage on their first. Can I please have everyone standing for Robbie and Joe to enter? Please be seated. Family and friends, welcome to the marriage of Robbie and Joe. My name is Nina O'Leary and I am an authorised marriage celebrant. I feel very blessed to have been asked by Robbie and Joe to officiate their marriage here today at the beautiful Roma Street Parklands. Robbie and Joe would like to thank you all for being here today, a day to celebrate love and their union as partners in marriage. Each and every one of you here today holds a very special place in the hearts of Robbie and Joe. Each couple that I have the pleasure of marrying has their own love story, and the love story of Robbie and Joe is one of highs and lows, happiness and sadness, but most of all, it is a love story built on support, trust, laughter and fun, and knowing that they can truly be themselves around each other. When I first met Robbie and Joe, I saw each of those aspects, and I feel privileged to be able to share their love story with you all today. Love is not always at first sight. Sometimes it needs a slight push, and that slight push came in the form of Joe's mother, Elizabeth. As most of you are aware, Elizabeth fought a tough battle against cancer. Robbie was her treating oncologist, and they formed a very special bond. Robbie and Joe often crossed paths when Joe was visiting his mum in hospital. As you can imagine, Joe was completely focused on his mum and her well-being. And anybody who knows Robbie knows that he is kind, caring and a healer, which also meant his focus was directed solely on Elizabeth. Even on her sickest of days, she made it her mission to get them to notice each other, as she believed they would be a perfect match. With only months left, her subtle nudges didn't seem to be working, so she hatched a plan to organise a coffee date which gave them no option but to spend some time together. It was from this coffee date that they realised they had more in common than their care for Elizabeth, and then perhaps she knew what she was talking about. Through the sadness of Elizabeth's passing, Robbie and Joe found joy in their union and that she helped bring them together. And for that, they will be forever grateful. Spending time with Robbie and Joe, I can see the love and admiration they have for each other. The commitment to supporting each other through life's battles and building a relationship of trust, honour and encouragement is a very strong basis for their marriage. Even though Robbie and Joe lead very busy work lives, they always find time for each other, even if it's a quick phone call or a Skype call to make sure the other is okay. They have made it a rule that no day ends without an "I love you." Both Robbie and Joe enjoy their time spent at home, and they have just moved into a beautiful old Queenslander, which they are looking forward to renovating and making it their own. They are excited for their married life to begin and to see what the next chapter of their life holds for them. Now, before we get into the more formal part of the ceremony, Robbie and Joe would like to acknowledge their families and to thank them for their support and love during their journey to becoming partners in marriage. Robbie's parents, Robert and Jennifer, and Joe's father, George. And a special thank you to Elizabeth, who I know would be so proud of you both today. Robbie and Joe have chosen a reading for their ceremony today, and I would like to ask Robbie's daughter, Poppy, to come forward to present the reading, The Art of Marriage, by Wilfred A. Peterson. Thank you, Poppy. Family and friends, we're now at the formal part of the ceremony where Robbie and Joe will declare their love for each other through their vows and exchanging of rings. I am duly authorised by law to solemnise marriages according to law. Before you are joined in marriage in my presence and in the presence of these witnesses, I am to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship into which you are about to enter. Marriage, according to law in Australia, is the union of two people to the exclusion of all others voluntarily entered into for life. Do you, Robbie, present yourself here today to be joined in marriage with Joe, promising to be faithful and honest as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Do you, Joe, present yourself here today to be joined in marriage with Robbie, promising to be faithful and honest as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Robbie, please repeat after me. I call upon the persons here present
I call upon the persons here present
to witness that I, Robert Patrick Downs, take thee, Joseph Thomas Johnston, Johnston, to be my lawful wedded partner in marriage. Joe, please repeat after me. I call upon the persons here present to witness that I, Joseph Thomas Johnston, take thee, Robert Patrick Downs, to be my lawful wedded partner in marriage. Charles and Scarlett, could you please come forward with the rings? Thank you. Robbie, place the ring on Joe's finger and repeat after me. Joe, I give you this ring as a sign of my love and as a promise that for all the days forward you will never walk alone. Thank you. Joe, please place the ring on Robbie's finger and repeat after me. Robbie, I give you this ring as a sign of my love and as a promise that for all the days forward you will never walk alone. Robbie and Joe, you have both made a commitment to each other through your vows and the giving of rings. You have promised your love and honesty to each other for the rest of your lives. And it is my absolute pleasure to announce you both partners in marriage. You may now kiss.
I was waiting for that one.
Can I please have Charles and Scarlett also to come forward for the signing of the documents? First. So if you can just sign here for me. If you can. Perfect. And also if you can now sign here for me. Wonderful, and then Robbie, if you can please sign here for me. Thank you, and then if you can sign here for me. Wonderful, and then here for me. Great, thank you very much. We'll now have the witnesses come and sign. So Charles, if you could just sign in the box there for me. And then sign for me. And then just on the certificate of marriage there for me. Perfect. And then Scarlett, if you could sign there for me. Wonderful. And just there for me. and Joe, you have made your love official here today in front of your family and friends. They have witnessed your promise to each other, and most importantly, they have shared in one of life's most precious moments. Robbie and Joe, I have witnessed your love for each other. I have seen your faces light up when you look at each other. There is no doubt in my mind that you will have a most wonderful and loving marriage, supporting each other along the way. Family and friends, it is with great honour that I introduce you to Robbie and Joe, partners in marriage.